Hi Cancers, this is going to be your reading for January 2026. I can't believe it is 2026 already. Happy New Year to everyone. Just so you know, these are general readings, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to Traditional Tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. If I pause at any moment, it's just because I'm trying to feel the energy that I'm feeling, so I appreciate your patience there. For my lovely Cancers, so your message for this new year is intuition and downloads. I'll read it for you. Your message. Hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of lights, and having a sense that you're being visited in your sleep are all signs that you're receiving downloads from heaven. When you draw this card, your angels want you to know that the feelings that you are having and the intuitive urges that you've been feeling are divinely inspired. If you feel that you've been having psychic insights into a particular situation or have been wondering if you can trust them, this card is reassuring that you indeed are correct. This is a time when you're able to see, hear, and feel beyond the human senses, to touch with the angels and guides and other divine beings who are encouraging your growth and connection to the universe. You are a light worker. This means that you have the capacity to bring the light to the earth through your presence and purpose. Even though you may feel sensitive and overwhelmed, very fitting for Cancer, know that your gifts are stronger now and your psychic muscles are moving. You're being encouraged to look beyond your physical eyes are showing you. You may want to use what you pick up to plan ahead. If so, it's important to keep in mind to keep your mind and energy focused on the best possible outcome. To be aware of the signs, symbols showing up for you at this time, and your angels are sending you important messages that will help you move forward in your life. Call upon them now to help you connect deeply with spiritual vision that is opening up within you. All right. Let me pull some tarot cards here for you, for my lovely Cancers. All right. For Cancers, please. Energy that I'm feeling for you right now, Cancer, here is, I feel like you've been getting your intuition is drawing you somewhere or drawing you towards something, a specific person or a place here. Because I do see some movement for you that is happening. It's coming through kind of emotional authority. Yeah, I feel like some of you are trying to kind of get away or distance yourself in some kind of situation or plan ahead, plan something new here. I see a lot of love and a lot of victory in the love department for you or in kind of your own emotional state or happiness here. But there is some other things that are kind of popping up that I'm seeing as well with this kind of Ten of Cups in reversed. But I feel like it's all kind of a strategic plan in January for you about following kind of your heart and the heart space kind of area. We have the Queen of Swords that's coming out in your main energy. And the Queen of Swords I always see is kind of, it's this kind of strategist, right? It's this mental clarity, it's this emotional clarity, it's this communication being put on there as well. And so I feel like you're going to be kind of very communicative in January. This is someone that kind of knows what they want. This is what I'm going to do. This is my plan of action. I always see the kind of swords as like a chess piece, right? So it feels like, what's my next step? What's my next move to reach the other side, to reach my goal here? And so I feel like you are kind of being a little bit stronger in the sense of January here, Cancer, where you're kind of being a little bit more authoritative especially in your communication, especially in your thought in January, because you're like, something kind of needs to change here, or something kind of needs to happen. It might be with a specific love connection. I do have the Knight of Cups, which is emotional energy kind of coming in here. Maybe it's with another water sign, so maybe you have to be kind of directed to a lover or someone that you are kind of seeing in that department, or maybe this is a partner here. And with the Knight of Cups coming after the Page of Cups, there's definitely this kind of emotional conversation that's happening here, this heart-to-heart message with this Page of Cups. As you can see, these two people are, well, one's a fish, but one's a person, but they're having a conversation here. And it feels like the beginning of something kind of bright and emotional here for you. So you might be having a conversation again with someone you're seeing, or with a partner here, Cancer, in January, being like, hey, where are we at? You know, maybe what's going on here? This is what I see for myself. This is what I kind of want here, because again, the Queen of Swords is a little bit more authoritative in their energy. This doesn't have to also just be a lover. It could be someone that you're just wanting kind of care or love for. This could be a family member or a friend, but I feel like this conversation that you're going to have is going to go really, really well. We do have the Six of Wands coming in right after, which is a major victory after this kind of emotional conversation. And maybe it's just a major victory for yourself here, Cancer, as well, just because you're like, I did it. I kind of stood my ground. I was a bit more authoritative. The interesting energy here is we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. And I was trying to feel out what this kind of energy could be here, but it feels like for some people this could be energy of the past, where whatever the situation is, we're kind of resolving some maybe past tensions within family, within our family unit. This could also kind of be just a functional family energy that's popping up here as well. So maybe you're having a heart-to-heart to kind of clear the air with someone here, to mend things. But also for some of you, it just feels like, I feel like some of you might be moving closer to family, or there's just energy of kind of missing family here, or missing that component, or going to miss your family if you do move away. I'll talk about the moving with the Four of Wands that's popping out here. But we have the Nine of Swords coming out sideways. So we have like this anxiety-ridden energy here, right? Sleepless nights. We are staying up. It's just hard to us to concentrate, to sleep. Here, you know, there's a lot going on in our brain right now. But it's coming out sideways. It means there's a choice involved. So either we're in this energy here where it's just like consuming our mind, or we're in the reversed here. And it's just like, you know, that weight is lifted off your shoulders. And I feel like this comes through with the talking, with the communicating here for you within your emotional space, especially in the month of January. And that's going to help a lot of your anxiety, because you really want to get out of your own head in this energy, and you want to get more into your body and more into your feelings, it feels like here. The Hermit card is coming out right beside the Nine of Swords as well. So there might be some kind of loneliness you're stressed about here, maybe being on your own. This is also Virgo energy. Maybe a Virgo is causing you a little bit of stress here, Cancer, but it just feels like it's kind of connected to that, to the loneliness of it. So maybe you think, you know, if I say how I feel, you know, I might get rejected, and people might reject me and push me away, instead of, you know, being open up to what I'm feeling or what I'm saying here. But you have the Victory card, which is Six of Wands. You also have the Three of Cups, which is celebration. So there's some kind of celebration here, maybe happening in January. Maybe this is your New Year's plans. This is a very social card. This calls for like celebrations of birthdays and weddings and things like that. So maybe there's a lot to celebrate for you in this month of January, where you feel like personal accomplishment, because you have two kind of celebratory victory kind of cards here that are popping out. But the Four of Wands is, or it could be going away party here as well, because I do have the Four of Wands in the reverse, and the Four of Wands in the reverse is that moving energy that I was talking about. I always associate the Four of Wands with kind of our home life, where we're at in our homes. So some of you might be moving home, some of you might be moving cities, you might be moving away to someone here, because it just, again, it's leaving home kind of energy. Selling a house, you know, could also be breaking a partnership. Some of you maybe are breaking a partnership here, but it's a good thing, because I just feel kind of happiness around it in a way. I do feel a little bit of sadness, but it feels more like excitement that's popping out in your reading here for you. Page of Pentacles, new beginnings, new ideas. You know, the Page of Pentacles is like planting a seed. It's like, what do you want to grow? What do you want to start? What do you want to manifest? What are we going to plant here to kind of do that? To start to see that grow, to start to see that build. Some of you might be moving away to go to school. Maybe it's to start a new job. But again, it's just this kind of bit of freshness here for you that feels good. That feels like, okay, this is what I want to accomplish. I was going to say lead from your heart, lead from your emotional space, Cancer. Really draw into that energy, right? You are this water sign, you are this cup energy. Really use that in this month of January here, because I just feel like the death card's popping out here, Scorpio energy, so there might be some kind of ending here for you. But the Nine of Cups in the reverse is this energy of not us feeling, or we're not feeling emotionally fulfilled, right? We're not feeling like our cups are full, that we are feeling content, that we're kind of feeling, you know, happy in our life. So sometimes we move to vices here. So it might be an end of that, you know. It feels like maybe an ending for you where you were just not feeling, you know, good enough or emotionally satisfied in your life. And you're like, no, I'm going to start to kind of live this heartfelt life. I'm going to start to kind of really live this where I say what I feel, and I'm really kind of more in that energy here, because it feels like when you're in that energy of not feeling emotionally fulfilled, yes, things can't be great all the time, things can't be happy all the time here, things will fluctuate for you, but it's like, how do we find that balance? How do we be like, you know, something might not be going the way I want it to right now, but what do I do have? You know, this is going really well for me in my life, this is great, I still have this going. Instead of being like, well, I don't have this one thing, I'm going to fixate on it. I'm going to think about it too much, and then I'm going to want to turn to some kind of vice, right? I'm going to want to turn to some kind of, drinking, drugs, overeating, to kind of numb the pain a little bit, or numb the feeling that I don't want to feel. Instead of feeling like I'm feeling this energy, but I'm emotionally satisfied here, here, and here, so that's okay. Usually when I'm in this space, I try to kind of meditate, or I try to kind of get back into my energy, because I realize I'm kind of going into my head space instead. And I feel like that's what's kind of happening here with the Seven of Cups, is there's a lot of confusion when we're not really feeling in our own energy, we're not feeling emotionally fulfilled. It's like this whirlwind kind of up in the air. Where do I go? What's next? And it kind of stops you from being kind of motivated. It stops you kind of from being creative, because there's just too much going on. So let's try to say, just kind of be in your energy, be in your emotions, ground yourself, kind of live in that kind of emotional authority in this month of January. And I think it's going to be really beneficial for you. You're going to kind of see here, oh, you know, it's not such a scary thing when I activate those emotions. Or it's not such a scary thing if I stay in this kind of emotional state. Because everyone is like, it feels like, you know, sometimes water signs get a bad rap because people are like, you're too emotional. But it's like, how are you too emotional? You know, you're just feeling what you are feeling, and that's acceptable and it's okay. So just remembering that here as well, okay? Yeah, I get a big kind of transition for you here. I have the King of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse is this energy, like I was saying before, of this kind of holding back our emotion, right? We're just like, I don't want to feel all these feelings, so I'm going to kind of hold them back. I'm going to suppress them here instead of feeling them, because it might be too intense to kind of feel what I am feeling right now, right? It's saying that we're kind of trying to block it. We're not kind of working with our emotions. We're trying to run away from them here. And I feel like with this Five of Swords that's coming out sideways, it caused a lot of, defeated energy for you, because it's a lot of energetic work to work against those feelings, right? To work against those emotions here. So I feel like that kind of constant battle was weighing a lot on you, and also your own energy here. But the Seven of Pentacles is popping out just to remind you. It's like, take a look back on maybe when you kind of felt this most defeated, or, you know, were you trying to run away from a certain feeling? Were you, going too far ahead of yourself, or were you allowing yourself to kind of sit in this energy of like, this is what I'm feeling right now. It's okay to that I'm feeling this energy. And this is kind of how I'm going to work and process it. I'm going to give a name to it. I'm going to, be open to it, understand that it is happening, and I'm not going to try and run away from it. So it feels like, again, it just feels like this month for you is really connecting to your emotional authority here, especially with this intuition and downloads. I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of information. So it does feel good you're kind of going to want to be in this kind of clear emotional space A lot of good energy popping in here for you. Again, like I said before, I do feel like transition, but new hope coming out with the Star card. Yeah. I get some like going back to the drawing board energy for you guys here. We have the Two of Wands. This is kind of like starting over, back to the drawing board, but in a good way. It's like new hopes that are coming up here, and the energy of the universe is going to show you wherever you're kind of going. The energy is moving in your favor now with the Wheel of Fortune. So fortune is kind of on your side right now. So keep in this energy of kind of manifestation. Keep in this energy of new hopes, new dreams, wishing upon a star, because it really help you, and it'll help the universe guide you to kind of where you are going here. Again, this is maybe this Four of Wands is this moving away energy or getting away, because I just feel like we're kind of starting over again, but in like a really positive way. It feels like a good positive energy for you around here. Okay, Cancer, I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you just to get some more clarification on the reading. They just showed me the wheel spinning, and I feel like this transformation for you in a way. You are good enough. And this is what we were talking about with our emotional authority, right? It's like, you're good enough, you're okay, you know, the way you are feeling, you know, being all right with ourselves, being happy with ourselves emotionally, right? When our Nine of Cups is in the reverse, it's like we're doing the opposite of that. We're not feeling good enough. We're feeling, you know, emotionally unfulfilled. But I feel like you kind of, like I said before, move in this Queen of Swords space, move into this inner, like, authority space. I think authority is going to be important for you in January, and I think you'll just kind of be living more truthfully here. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. And I'll read that for you. Oh, cards are packed up there. Water your garden. Earth is a seasonal planet, and such you are a seasonal being. Cyclotic. You can't be on in full bloom month after month, day after day. You are strongly being called to put on the brakes, to rest and refuel, to take a moment to restock, replenish, and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you are given. This needs to be respected as such. You are being called to take responsibility for your well-being and put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and there are urgent things that simply cannot wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday, or had a weekend off, or an afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind and give yourself enough time to recover. You may find yourself when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. What is your body yearning for? And I feel like it's just to kind of tap into this kind of emotional energy that we were talking about here, Cancer, right? You kind of aren't able to access it unless you kind of have the time to feel it out, to really be in your body. So allow yourself to give yourself that space, especially in this month, and kind of be vocal in what you're kind of feeling. All right, Cancer, that was your January reading. I hope that helped.